Hi, it's Debbie from Readings with Debbie. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for clicking on this video. On my channel, I share daily, weekly, monthly and timeless card readings, mainly oracle card readings, but sometimes tarot as well. I also do videos on various card decks. I've got about 40 decks, so there are some up here. So I do videos on different decks as well, just letting you know about the decks and if they would be something that would be good for you to have to help you in your life, or if you're a reader as well. I just wanted to mention as well that I am available for card readings. I specialise in business readings and work with a lot of female business owners, but I also have been reading cards for 10 years and done a lot of relationship readings, work and life purpose readings, money readings and well-being readings as well. So if you're looking for guidance on any of those areas, I'm here to help. Okay, so today I really want to talk about a deck that I use a lot in my business readings, and it is promoted as a deck for business owners, but also like a creativity deck. So if you're a creative person, it can be really helpful to help you to tap into your creativity as well. So it is called the Sacred Creators Oracle, and it's by a lady called Chris Ann, who is an amazing tarot and oracle card deck creator. I think it's been out a few years now. I think she published it independently and then it got picked up by Hay House. I could be wrong there. I think that's right, but I feel like I've had it for like at least a year, definitely. And yeah, it's really gorgeous. So it's a 67 card deck and the colors are amazing in this deck. I'll show you in a second. I like how she's got the cards around the top and bottom as well. That looks really good. And the back of the deck says, what's your soul creating? A guide for dream chasers and magic makers seeking serendipity, magic, intuition, and expansive potential in everyday life or in business. Yeah, make your big sacred dream a reality with this revised and updated Hay House edition of the Sacred Creators Oracle. The messages you receive will guide you to take inspired action in your purpose-filled life as you map your soul's journey or plan your next creative project. The journal prompts for each card are fun, simple ways to rethink the challenges you encounter and to inspire magic so your creator spirit will thrive. Okay, so yeah, I really love this deck. It's really easy to use. I'll show you the cards. They're super simple, but the colours are amazing. So the cards are like this. You've got like lovely kind of watercolour colours going on, and then each card has like a phrase or a word plus a symbol, often the animal symbols there. So I'll just show you a few of them. Oh, this one's nice. So they're very, as I said, very much focused on business and creativity. And the reason why I use them in my business readings is that they, as well as being quite spiritual in terms of energy, they have a lot of practical guidance in there. And I actually use the guidance to actually make business plans for my clients because the guidance is that specific. You get a pretty comprehensive guidebook as well with this deck. It talks about the deck creator, Chris Ann. There she is. And she's a brand strategist. I know that her other deck, the Light Seers Tarot, I've got that. It's up there somewhere. It's amazing. If you go to the Light Seers Tarot website, then you can pick a card on the website to try out the deck. If you may be looking for another tarot deck, I really recommend that. It says she kickstarted 3 independent card decks. This one, the Light Seers Tarot and the Muse Tarot, and offers courses for creators that combine marketing and branding. And yeah, her decks are just amazing. So if we look at the guidebook, yeah, it says at the beginning here that I think they were produced in 2020, or at least this version. And yeah, we have, the deck isn't alphabetical, but we've got a table of contents to help us to find the cards easier. I think it's easier if it's alphabetical, but it's not always what the creator wants to do with that as well. You've got 63 general cards and then 4 creator cards as well. And then we have a welcome here, which talks about other resources that Chris-Anne has created and signposts you to them. And basically it tells you how to work with the cards and what the aim of the deck is, which is to give more clarity on your path, to deepen your intuition, and help you to blend your logic and your intuition, so to marry the two, so you're not just coming from your head or your heart. It's interesting because ways of working with the cards, she suggests choosing power cards from the deck, your favorite card and your least favorite card, which I find quite interesting because I haven't seen that with any other decks. And she talks about how to connect with the cards and the kinds of questions to ask with the cards. She suggests to connect with these, you can meditate them and with them an open sacred space, or use smoke, incense or moonlight to welcome them into the home. So if you haven't got a deck and you're thinking about getting your first deck, then these are some ways you can connect with the cards before you use them. We generally recommend that you form some sort of connection before you just open them up and start shuffling. It's nice to keep them on an altar for a while before you use them, or some people sleep with them under the pillow, or like do the sage, that kind of thing, to clear the energy of them. So with these cards, they can be read upright and reversed. The upright version shows the essential meanings, and if that was to come out upside down, you would look at the self-care message. But when I use the cards, I like to look at both meanings, because the self-care message, the reverse meaning, can often be really, really helpful in just getting some extra advice if there's any kind of difficulty around that area as well, if that makes sense. And each card has 2 pages of guidance there with the journal questions at the end. So you can use the guidebook to help you until you feel like you've got the hang of these cards, or you can keep using the book. It's absolutely fine. The guide also has some card spreads in it as well, just to help you to know how to use them. So it's showing you just how to do a 1 card. This is a 2 card flow spread. What's blocking your flow and what can you use to find your flow? Then there's a personal journey of deep healing spread, body, mind and soul. Then there's a 3x3 focused forecast spread. Where do I need to focus in order to grow most? And then it has business life over the next 3 days, 3 months and 3 years, which is quite a cool idea. Then we've got an abundance 4-card spread. And then we have a 6-card money energetics spread. Yeah, so as I said, I really love the deck. It's easy to use. I use it in my business readings. There aren't many other decks out there for business readings if you have your own business, but I'm actually creating a business oracle for that, which should be out quite soon, so look out for that. But yeah, if you are self-employed and are looking for something to help you navigate that, then this is a good one to get, definitely. And I recommend all of the creator Chris-Anne's decks. I think I've got most of them. There's like an animal deck that I don't have, but I've got most of the other ones, and they're just really amazing energy, and I love her style as well. So yeah, let's jump into that 4-card abundance reading, because I said that we would have a reading with the video about the cards as well, which will be a timeless reading. So whatever time you're watching this video, this reading will apply. Doesn't matter when. Okay, so question number 1, card number 1. I'm going to ask for some guidance on how we might be blocking our abundance at this time. So here we go. I'm just going to shuffle and ask for 1 card on this. Sometimes more than 1 jumps out, and if it's 2, that's fine. But we have got 1 just there. And we have a card that I don't often see very much, but it's called Get Back to Elemental. So we've asked about how we might be blocking our guidance, and we've got Get Back to Elemental. I feel like this is talking about we're making things too, if you're watching this, you might be making things too complicated in your business. And the key right now is to get back to basics. I feel like that's the general message of that. That just came to my head, but elemental ties into the elements, to magic, that kind of thing. And when we look at the guidebook, it's talking about the essential meaning is a time to bring some elemental magic into your life, getting outside, doing something witchy or wild, letting go of who you believe you have to be and stepping into your elemental self. Things that we should be trying to avoid right now is the fear of change, the fear of trying new things, being too stagnant in how we look at the world. It's saying we need to explore the world with a childlike curiosity at this time. And we need to start breaking free of being too logical and too pragmatic, too sensible, basically, when it comes to abundance. So yeah, get back to basics, simplify your processes and what you're offering, but as well, let's bring some magic into things. And that makes total sense when it comes to abundance, because it is like a magical thing, the law of attraction and that kind of practice. So let's just see what else it said. How are we blocking our abundance, and how can we help to shift that? So it's talking about the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, breaking things down to their simplest elements and getting back to your roots. And the question they're asking is, what are the basics of what you're building? What was the original plan or the original dream? And it's likely that you've grown since the beginning of your journey, but it may be time to shift your plans now so that they make more sense to you. Get back to basics, get to seeing the world like a child and seeing things anew, because fresh eyes will give you a new perspective. Cut out any drama or activities that aren't 100% aligned with your basics. So really think about what you're spending time doing. Like, are you going to networking that isn't completely aligned with what you're offering? That's going to be a waste of your time. Are you spending loads of time creating courses or things that you don't truly believe in, or it's not like an area that you're passionate about? Really look at that. When you think of the magical elements available to you, earth, fire, water, and air, what comes up for you under each element? Can you see how your list can help you understand your next steps? So have a think about the qualities of earth, air, fire, and water, and how can you incorporate them in your plans of what to do with your business? How can these energies inspire you? How can you bring more fire into your life? Or air, water, earth. I know earth element's very much about grounding. Water, you can connect with being in the flow. The air element, spirituality, connection to your guides. And fire is the passion, energy for what you're doing. So I really like that that's jumped out, because that's saying we could be blocking our abundance by making things too complicated, wasting time on things that aren't going to help our business to move forward. Yeah, so I quite like that guidance. Okay, let's have a look. What is card 2 in this How are you supporting your abundance? So let's get a card on that. What are we doing right in terms of abundance? How are you supporting your abundance? Ooh. Okay, so we have the card Collaboration of Souls. So I feel like they're saying that for abundance at this time when you're watching it, it's important to think about working with others, important to think about collaboration, because that's going to bring in more abundance, the abundance that you're looking for. And it's very much about working with other people and not necessarily doing everything by yourself. And it's so easy to get into that when you are self-employed and doing your own business. So it's talking about sacred partnerships, a collaboration of like-minded and like-hearted people, support networks, finding your people, love and connection. And yeah, it says be aware of trying to do too much on your own, being overly independent, having difficulty trusting others, and problems with partners. And it's a reminder that our greatest asset is the soul connection that we make with other people. And those that you make and foster at this time will bring good, fruitful change to your life. Saying long-term commitments and strategic partnerships are based on trust, love, respect, and an alignment of values. And it's time to actively call collaboration partners into your life. That could be mentors, that could be clients, that could be new friends, that could be accountability partners, coaches, people that you delegate your work to, all of those things. Says these unions will be a merging of two interconnected souls who are kindred spirits. By clearly defining who you are, what you want, and what you need, you will help them to recognize you as you set out to find one another. Know the kind of people that you want to collaborate with and who you don't. And believe, like, put the energy out there that this is what you want and the perfect people will show up at the right time. It says, think about, the journal questions are thinking about the kind of people you're around a lot. Are they creating negativity within you? And there's a need to minimize that and actually be around people that spark positivity in you. Who raises you up and boosts your energy? And if that's not happening much right now, can you start putting it out there that that's what you want to attract? Is there a type of relationships you want to call into your life? A mentor, a partner, a teacher, a new romantic relationship? And where can you think about where you can actively start seeking that relationship as well? So I love that they're saying that by doing this, this is going to support your abundance by collaborating. You might already be doing this, but I feel like this is a really big push to say that this is the way forward if you are watching this right now. Okay, then card 3. How might this blocking show up and what more should I know? So this is relating to card 1. So it's giving us extra guidance on how we're blocking ourselves, which is the overcomplication of stuff. So it's an extra card on that and anything else that we can be doing to stop blocking ourselves. So can we get an extra card on how to stop blocking our abundance, please? So we got the card of Rise. Just gorgeous colours there. We got the card of Rise. So I'm thinking that we need to look at the self-care message of this, because that's going to tell us what we're doing that's stopping this, okay? Yeah, it's interesting. So we were talking about stopping overcomplicating things. It's saying knowing when it's time to stop doing something and putting changes in place before you can rise up again. So the Rise energy in this card is really strong. It's all about rebirth, second chances, new opportunities, and stepping into our potential. But this is linked into what we're doing to block our abundance, which is overcomplication and being in our head too much as well. So I feel like this is telling us about knowing when it's time to stop doing something. So is there something you're doing right now in your business that you can know you need to let go of, but you keep doing it because it's become a habit? I feel like your guides are saying stop doing that now and put your energy into things that are really going to help things to move forward instead of wasting your time, like what we said earlier. It's saying stop being so hard on yourself and stop keeping yourself down. And often we're really good at motivating other people, but we're not great at doing that for ourselves. So how can you start motivating yourself more? It says improve your inner dialogue and your self-love and rise up like a warrior. Improve your skills, your promotional materials, all that kind of stuff. If something is coming to a halt, or if you suffered an unpleasant blow to your momentum, this card is a time for second chances. You've been gifted a redo with all the rebirth energy of the Phoenix. Take a moment to regroup and implement any changes that are needed and open your wings and rise. So for me, I was kind of stuck in a rut of doing a lot of writing and blogging and written things, and it's only since I've started to be on YouTube and TikTok and actually embrace being on video that things have started to shift for me. But because I'm a writer, I was very much stuck in writing and communicating like that. But obviously being on video, people can see your energy and it's easy to connect with people. People don't have the attention spans now to read a load of stuff. So that's one thing that I've changed recently. So is there anything like that that you could be changing? The way that you market yourself, the way you put yourself out there, places that you go to network, that kind of thing. Are they still working for you, or could you find some better places to go where you're actually going to make some sales and meet the people, the right people as well that you could collaborate with? So I love that kind of bit of extra guidance there. And then the fourth card was extra guidance on how we are supporting our abundance at this time. So we had a few jump out, but I'm taking the first one that jumped out. So we got lead your metamorphosis with the butterfly on there. Obviously a massive symbol of metamorphosis and transformation. So I feel like this is all about change, which has been mentioned, you know, like this need to do things differently, to step out of our rut, to stop doing things that no longer work for us. So they're saying that this is linked into the collaboration card. And let's just see what else they're talking about here. So it's talking about freedom, transformation, and evolution, being on the edge of a miracle. Trust, cycles of death and rebirth. So that's connected to the Rise card. A massive breakthrough. Yeah, leaving the cocoon behind, stopping hiding, stopping staying small and staying in your comfort zone. So I think in terms of the collaboration card as well, often this can be out of our comfort zone if we're just used to working by ourselves all the time. It can be difficult to trust somebody else when it comes to business, and if you're doing like a joint program or working together and splitting money and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like your guides are asking you to really step into making changes at this time, and it's going to improve your abundance. And many times in life and in business, we choose to stay small. We choose the comfort of the cocoon over something new and spectacular. How many times do you choose the old and reliable more than once, even though you want something new and exciting? You're sitting in your own control tower. You can plot your flight through life and you get to decide how far you go and how great you become. This transformation is required to flourish, manifest, and attract the new things you're seeking. So it could be that you've been through a period of cocooning, a period of hibernation, not doing a lot, and you're coming out of that and you're rising up. But I've never done that reading before, and I find that quite interesting. So our guidance there, we might be blocking our abundance by overcomplicating things and being too logical, not doing kind of, not working with the elements or magic. And then we had how to create more abundance at this time, collaboration of souls, working with other people. And then we asked for more guidance on how we might be blocking our abundance, and we got rise. And the guidance of Rise was talking about a time to stop doing some things in your business and a time to make changes. And then we got Lead Your Metamorphosis, which links in to collaboration. So this is more guidance on breaking out of your comfort zone, big transformational energy as well. So getting out of the rut, making changes, keep doing the same things over and over again that aren't working. I hope that resonated with you too. If you like that reading, please comment below. I'd love to get your feedback, like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more videos about different oracle card decks, tarot decks, and daily, weekly, monthly and timeless readings with me as well. I'll see you in the next video.